What's good, family man? It is your boy Ma.
And Sade, and we're back at it again with another video.
Yes, y'all. With.
Everybody's mom.
I'm sorry, y'all. We're on the road to 100K. Hit that subscribe button, man. We're trying to get there by December. We want to be at 100K, man, because we want to play, bro. We just want to. Y'all just see it. Oh, we're going to do a live stream. We don't even do live stream. We'll do a whole live stream. We'll throw a little party in the room. So we just listen to Young Boy, whatever songs we want to hear. We'll go have a little thing. We go pop them, you know. For hitting 100K, man. So y'all hit that subscribe button if y'all want to see that. But today we're at the DisneyWorld RICO inside the largest crew takedown in Florida history. Florida history.
Right.
And it's Trap Geek. So y'all like Trap Geek. Y'all know, y'all say y'all really like his videos. He dropped Every Blue Moon. This is a lazy individual. Trap Geek is lazy.
No, he just probably take him time to get his stuff together.
Probably do. His
Quality over
stuff,
quantity.
You know.
I understand. Well, not on this reaction channel. It's quantity over quality. So let's get it. Because I don't care. Because y'all get raw and uncut. That's some. Say that's some wood.
When you come to Orlando, you think about Disney. Even though we ain't never been to Disney and shit ain't sweet, but people think about Disney when they talk about Florida.
When we think of Orlando, we think of DisneyWorld, we think of Orlando Magic.
Why everybody get that concept of Disney and all that? I don't know. I guess that's just how they see it from the outside.
Well, when I think Orlando, I think of Disney and the Orlando Magics.
I mean, that's what most people think about.
I mean, you wouldn't think about, hey, if I go there, this is going to happen.
It happened,
But certain states you do, like, say you go to Atlanta, I think about getting my Star Color because I have a Charger. Seriously, like when we go to, I think about getting my car stolen.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, you know how you got like different parts of Florida.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jacksonville, of course you would think like, oh,
crime.
Okay, crime. But Orlando,
you think about the
now,
water,
you're not thinking about no
Disney,
stuff like that.
I've
Miami.
been thinking about like snakes and alligators or something like that.
Yeah, you don't think about nobody trying to run up on you
Right.
and do you bad.
It typically doesn't telegraph our moves. What I can tell you is that these two gangs, the 438 gang and the Army gang, have got our attention now.
The other 5 already in custody are responsible for nearly $2 million in stolen property, 59 stolen vehicles, and 19 stolen firearms.
The prominent people at the top, just between those 8 people, they're responsible for 230 felony charges. Jaquavius Smith, better known as Glock 9, just him himself has been arrested for 52 felonies.
Good God Almighty.
Bro, they out here doing some serious.
How do you get 52 felonies as one person?
Bro, you do something every week.
Okay, but $2 million, you stole $2 million
in property.
Bro, $2 million?
But they did it as a group.
That's sick.
It's still a lot though.
That's sick.
It is.
And he got 52.
But guess what? They less charge was like, what was it, 19 in guns?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like
So
19.
they don't even care about that. They care about everything else. But they probably already got their own guns.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
What is up, everybody? It's been far too long. The last episode was in Florida, and for this video,
4 months
we
ago.
gotta return there once more. This time to Disney World's Orlando, where folks witnessed one of the largest weeks.
towards him or something.
Yeah, I'm upset. 4 months, bro. It don't take you 4 months to create a video.
You don't know how much detail he has to get.
Y'all right. I'm just
Go cases in state history, Operation X,
Right.
take 34 people down from 2 separate crews. To show you what this looks like, the entire Bobby Shmurda and GS9 indictment was 63 pages. This RICO case in Florida is 700 pages long, with the Fed stalking people at concerts and putting informants in place to make controlled phone calls. One side, AFNF, or the Army Gang, is led by the popular rapper Glock 9. The face of the other side, 438, is well-known rapper Hot Boy. Both of them were good friends coming up in the industry together till it all went left, escalating into this year-long war that came crashing down quick, with folks hanging out the windows of cars, wielding AK-47s in broad daylight, hitting daycares and memorials. The city saw 30 back-to-back shootings in 6 months, and it...
That's not bad. 30 back-to-back in 6 months, not bad. Ain't that bad. Unless they talking about them as like going at each other. Now that's horrible. But 7.
I mean, they hitting daycares and other stuff. Like, you really don't even care about
I ain't gonna lie,
these
700 pages. Who has time to read 700
Clearly.
pages of criminal activity?
Right.
Clearly those people do.
Forced Orlando to bring in the MBI, or Metropolitan Bureau of Investigations, basically Florida's version of the FBI, who built this whole case using wiretaps, Instagram, and evidence they found on people's phones. Sometimes thousands of photos and videos that map out drug routes from...
But that goes back to what I was saying. Remember how I was talking about how young boy, and they want to sit there and blame him, and I said they know how to get evidence, they want to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like taking pictures and stuff like that. How you gonna put all that on one person?
These folks be everywhere. Like everywhere they go, they there.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. So they can't sit up here and say young boy, young boy, young boy, or they can't. You know what I'm saying? Or they can't sit up here and say Fredo. You know what I'm saying? You have to sit up here and you gotta look. It's other people involved in it. You can't just blame that one person. You got a girl out here
bringing out a sack.
That's what I'm saying.
Orlando to California, with folks taking trips back and forth, smuggling hundreds of thousands of dollars in suitcases, flying girls out separate to bring the product home, where they launder the profits through cars, guns, and show dogs. Glock 9, who signed a $2 million deal with Young Money and Birdman when he was only 18, now faces 52 charges, including frauding the government out of $10,000 through a series of PPP loan scams that got intercepted when he tried showing it off to his friends on Instagram. And when the news dropped of a pending RICO charge, his once friend turned rival, Hot Boy, decided to go on the run, and then turned himself in. But then went on the run again after they revoked his bond.
Did he just tell Emily Chopper he low key on the run though?
Yes, that's definitely what he said.
He was at a basketball game.
He was at a high school gym. That's definitely what he said.
Okay. Getting into all this, but first, check out my song of the day. This is a new one from my guy, one of the wildest stories I've ever covered. And in order to understand it, we gotta travel to the tourist capital of America, home of Walt Disney Entertainment, with 70 million visitors coming in and out each year, Orlando, Florida. But there's a part of the city they don't show, the infamous ghettos of West Orlando. Backcountry roads, dry industrial land with scattered housing complexes and homes. It may not look like much, but it got so bad in the 80s and 90s, they gave it the nickname Orlando.
It's a war going on in Orlando, and I'm not saying like a big war, it's just a war amongst ourselves and all this killings.
But 3 artists from there were making a way out. Glock 9, Hot Boy, and Pootie, each from a different neighborhood with a unique Florida sound. And where most cities have problems when 3 artists are coming up, these 3 were helping each other, sharing blog connections on Worldstar and Say Cheese TV, making songs together.
We always like tied in, bro. Like we was like brother. We sleep with these jits, like every day blew on these same jits. I don't know, shit went left. Yeah, that shit went left.
The first to really blow up was Glock 9, with his massive
10%.
song called 10%, hitting 35 million views this summer of 2018. He had such a raw talent and energy that 2 months later, Birdman and Young Money would sign him to a $2 million deal. It inspired his friends Hot Boy and Pootie to take music more serious. But Glock 9 was unpredictable. He was wild. You tell him there's rules, he was breaking them.
You would have been in jail more than 10 times?
Yeah.
You're 18 right now?
Yeah.
You've been in jail 12 times?
Yeah.
Arrested for everything from possession of burglary tools to guns, he went from stealing cars in GTA at 11 to snatching real cars at 13. And after signing this $2 million deal with Birdman, Glock 9 was getting picked up twice a year and beating every case thanks to Young Money's private lawyers. He even bragged through text
Twice a year. He even bragged through text messages about him beating cases. Bro, how do fans even get this stuff if it's through a text message? Well, unless they confiscate your phone.
No, they can go to the place and tell them to print out.
Oh yeah, if they get a warrant for it,
They can go to your company and tell them to print out.
If they get a warrant for it.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
Messages about being out on 4 separate bonds at once, thanks to his defense attorney.
My family, like, all they know, I get in trouble. I'm a hothead. I'm gonna crash. They don't understand me. They don't get what I was doing it for.
2018, the year he blew up, his friend Hot Boy was serving 2 extra years in a Florida detention center for wrecking the place. But one day they gave him a 24-hour pass to go home, and he went straight to the studio to record music with Glock 9 and Pootie, creating the song Hooligan.
Was he in play jail?
No, he probably was like...
Or because it was juvie?
No, he probably was like in something like a halfway.
A halfway house?
Yeah.
24 hours though.
A halfway house will let you out and you have to be back by a certain time.
Oh, yeah.
Where they do this at?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, they got halfway houses all over.
Which would have been a massive record, except they would never release it. Glock 9 was burning bridges left and right. He had a falling out with Say Cheese TV, one of the largest bloggers and platforms to exist, who was promoting him.
You don't got more money than me. You ain't gonna last long, no way, nigga. That's why your own nigga switching up on you, cause that money getting to your head. You haven't made it yet, bro.
By the time Hot Boy got out of juvie, on the outside, Glock 9 and Pootie started going at each other, leaving Hot Boy caught in the middle.
Why is there no Hot Boy Glock 9 records, no Pootie Hot Boy records?
Shit just went up. Shit went up.
You being cool with both of them, do you think you could kind of squash that beef?
I tried.
You tried before?
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
That shit dead.
But with the release of these RICO papers, the feds paint a picture of a bunch of crews competing to further their own interests. It wasn't just music they were into. It was all sorts of money schemes in the criminal underworld they had hands in. Glock 9 had his own clan, All Friends No Family, or AF&F, who mainly stay in the Mercy Drive area of West Orlando, which they say was built on a cemetery. It has mandated 24/7 police patrols. And AF&F was organizing like a war was about to happen, texting each other gang structures and rules. They had a system where a female associate...
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you gotta do that much texting on the phone for a game, bro, you might as well just meet up in person and talk to me about it, bro.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
Take me out to brunch or something, bro.
That's a long text.
That's a long... Bro, and you know the cops go get to it, bro. That's what I'm saying, like...
Who takes the time out to do all that?
That's what I'm saying.
Games. That's crazy, though.
When somebody send me a paragraph, I don't even read it.
That's
you don't even want to read it.
I'm going to get through the first 3 sentences and be like,
I'm a skim.
Okay?
Okay. And that's how I be. Oh, no.
With legally purchased guns for everybody in the crew who was a convicted felon. And when a Kentucky rapper named 2K Baby came to visit Orlando, AF&F robbed him of his jewelry, taking the grills from his mouth, his money, then went on Instagram Live.
They went in his mouth.
Now, grills are saliva. Like, bro, what can you do with somebody's grills?
It's already set for their teeth. Like,
I'm saying, what can you do with somebody's grills?
Okay.
So they just robbed him just because.
He must have been in a deep sleep or something. Because that's a lot of
How you let somebody get something out your mouth?
That's what I'm saying. Was he held down? Was he asleep?
I imagine somebody just opening your mouth and pulling your grills out like this. Bro, no, bro. That's crazy.
At the Mercy Drive Apartments, challenging his folks to come get it back.
The only way you gonna come in, the only way you gonna pull out. What you gonna do? Let me see where you at. You already put in the bricks, the same place this shit happened at. 14 Mercy Drive. Exactly.
Hey, my homeboy said he wanted the chain back.
How much y'all will spend for it?
By October of 2019, the tension with the various crews was rising. Pootie dropped this song, Address It, a freestyle where he was dissing Glock 9, saying they both bleed the same and that it was war. And right around then, the Orlando police began putting in surveillance early. They knew shit was starting to boil over. Equally, the crews knew they were being watched. They even set up counter surveillance to watch the feds watching them, posting videos to Instagram with middle finger emojis pointed at hidden squad cars in the bushes.
They play too much.
I ain't gonna lie, they smart though.
That is smart.
WIQ.
I ain't never heard of nobody doing no stuff like that.
I ain't gonna lie, they smart. They smart.
Time 2020 rolled around. There were agents watching Hot Boy at all his concerts, with officers stalking Instagram feeds as well because they couldn't believe the money people were pulling in. Hot Boy, of course, had a real rap career, making legitimate music money, but the feds were watching him make plays on his cell phone, texting people for t-shirts, which was a code word for 100 pounds of coke that was to be broken up and resold.
Bro, how do the feds know this though? Like,
because they have once been a member of this stuff.
But they using different code word. Hey,
they probably not. They
bring
probably
some. Hey, bro, you got some shoes for me?
And then you got somebody. You got somebody. I'm gonna tell you, you got somebody on each one of them sides that's going to the feds and telling them what's going on. Why? Because they don't want to get caught up in it. They want a lesser sentence.
Yeah.
But what they fail to realize is, and this may be some federal that I'm talking about, that the feds will play against you, have you talk about it, point everything out, and then turn around and put you right in it, and you'll get the same amount of time. Cause that's what
Caps didn't only reveal what the rappers and crews were doing, it went all the way to the source of supply for the gangs in the city. Specifically, Hot Boy's 438 gang from the Silver Star, Pine Hills area of West Orlando.
Now they say I need a white tee, then I understand cocaine.
Right.
But he said I need a t-shirt. Well, that's pretty smart though. Smart lingo though.
It is smart, but I'm just saying, I'd be behind the curve. I'd be like,
you did
t-shirt?
Airbnb.
You did Airbnb, bro. No. 2 people that came took the girl off the plane.
Now she getting questioned. They asked me, do I know anything about the money that was in the suitcase?
Stop playing.
The feds wiretapped the most prominent narco trafficker in the city who's doing business with them. An Orlando kingpin who bi-weekly was smuggling bulk U.S. currency to the tune of $200,000 in suitcases and using girls as mules to fly that product back from Cali and resell in Orlando. The feds intercepted texts where they were telling each other to save these messages as a reminder because they were about to be millionaires. But with the feds monitoring warehouses,
even if they would have drove, they already watching them. So what they would have did was they would have automatically pulled them over for some type of search. Some type of something. They could have set up like a little roadblock. They could have set up and said it's construction. They need to do this. I mean, they have enough time to get in contact with another, with the other people and tell them what they finna do.
I would have flew a private plane. But you gotta get money first, so yeah. It kind of messed up either way.
Dodging lookouts left and right, the beef between Glock 9's side and Pootie and Hot Boy was really about to escalate a few months later in April at a house party where Glock 9's best friend would shoot Hot Boy's right-hand man, Wolf Luma, killing him. This was Pootie's good friend too. The event brought Hot Boy and Pootie much closer. 11 days after, they had a funeral for Wolf Luma, where Hot Boy filmed this iconic music video at the service with everybody dressed in all black. Later that same day, they all went back to Pootie's neighborhood to hold a vigil for their friend who was killed. But their rivals AFNF found out. Driving over to the memorial in a small, dark SUV, they began shooting into the crowd that was gathered, hitting Pootie and 3 others, killing a pro football prospect who had just signed with Louisville University.
I remember that.
Investigators say this was retaliation just for Glock 9's friend getting arrested for the shooting of Wolf Luma. The very next month, 90,000 people tuned in for the live stream of the funeral for this 18-year-old football player who was killed. There was a chilling moment when the bishop quieted the whole room and said, "No suspect has been arrested yet, but folks are sitting here knowing who did it. This has to stop." See, Glock 9 and others in AFNF had set up this network of unemployment scams across various states in the country with a database of names, addresses, and credit scores all saved on Glock 9's phone. He was using these scams to pay for the bulk.
Okay, this my whole thing. I ain't trying to be funny, but if you want to be a criminal, be a smart criminal. Use burners.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, like track phone.
Why would you put that on your phone? Why would you have all that information on your phone?
And I'm pretty sure it's an iPhone.
That's just so stupid.
And one thing, and I understand, bro, this man is a rapper, bro. Like, bro, you rapping, you act like you living
your whole career, like you really flushing it down the toilet.
Acting like you just, I don't know, like you just ain't making no money. Like, cause you out here trying to fit in with your homeboy.
So it's saying that he did them scams to provide lower ranking gang members bonds.
That's what I just said. I just said you out here trying to help your homeboys out. You out here trying to do stuff for your homeboys, and you making money. It ain't up to you to get your homeboys out of there. They gotta do what they gotta do.
Bonds of low-ranking members that got jammed up. That way they could fund this war for a long time, choosing to discuss business over FaceTime to prevent the feds from listening in. Both the 438 gang and AFNF had hierarchies and subsets. Both of them were competing as the feds watched 438 members boast through text message that they had enough money and guns to do what they wanted, and that made AFNF jealous. By the summer of 2020, the beef even spilled out of town into Jacksonville, Florida, with Glock 9 putting out this song on the 1st of July called Criminal Minds. And in it, he says his enemies were clicking up making teams. He was actually talking about the well-known rapper Fulio out of Jacksonville.
How you watch your mama get pumped, you got shot in the ass, and you wrote a statement, all 3 of them things do not go together when you tripping.
All because Fulio would take a photo with Pootie, and this made Glock 9 mad. So he started dissing Fulio's deceased friends, and it caused
See what I'm saying? You cannot be friends with somebody. You see what I'm saying?
It's just so
because
lame.
all of a sudden you become an enemy, and it's like I ain't even do nothing, but now you hate me.
We talking about music.
And he literally said since AG, so that means he's been rocking with this dude. Like he's been known this dude before y'all even.
And it's
when
crazy
this
they
dude
all
was
from,
your friend, like.
And it's crazy they all from different cities,
right?
Well, except for them three, Hot Boy, Lil Pootie, and the other dude. But it's crazy they all from different cities. But I don't know.
Julio's enemies from Jacksonville, like Queso, to then click up with Glock 9, where there was even almost a massive brawl at a mall in Atlanta when Queso crossed paths with Pootie, and things were seconds away from turning dangerous.
Well, you can't stop all y'all. Y'all get to shoot at them crackers. Them crackers can't stop all y'all. Shit! Oh, what are you talking about? Yo, ass, they running up on niggas' ass in the mall.
But back in Orlando, the OPD was concerned there would be a string of shootings very soon, and they were right. 4 days into July, police arrived at a house in West Orlando with reports of gunshots. They found Glock 9's car with dark-tinted windows riddled in bullets, and him nowhere to be found. Listening in on phone calls, the feds learned of new strategies AF&F was using to avoid police when they were going on missions. They were riding around in rental vehicles with dark tints to see if they would get pulled over frequently in case they had to gun it in a high-speed chase. They were even going to put white boy stickers on vehicles so the police would think it was white people in the car and not try and stop them.
Smart man.
They were smart, but they already texted out, so they knew what to look for.
That was smart, though.
4 days after they found Glock 9's car abandoned with bullet holes in it, one of his friends, who went by the name Baby Joker, was driving around deep in 438 territory looking for rivals to tag. They pulled in at a place where one of Hot Boy's good friends stayed at, driving a gray Dodge Challenger, and began firing at folks. With people scattering all over the yard, Hot Boy's friend reacted quickly, running inside to grab his Draco, and came back, shooting at Baby Joker in the gray Dodge Challenger, which at this point was stranded in the middle of the road with the driver's hands all shot up, unable to get away. Baby Joker was dead. The craziest part, Hot Boy's friend, the guy they were aiming at, was someone they knew since they were kids. This particular shooting would get referenced in a lot of music, as 438 boasted about this failed
Spent the block, and look, he spent the block, but he got spent on. Bruh. They crazy.
hit attempt. In his song Left Lonely, Hot Boy tells Glock 9 directly, "Your little stepper ran down and he died." Hot Boy was blowing up and doing songs with Lil Baby. He even signed to 100K Management, the same guys who managed King Von and YNW Melly. And there were other artists from the Silver Star 438 region, like Cut Reese, who was getting quite popular, getting song placements in Madden 2K games. He was even one of the rare artists who was able to get Chief Keef to do a music video with him. The feds had theories. Glock 9 was jealous Reese's career was taking off. One day, Glock 9 blasted over to Reese's house with rifles and pistols in the car, leaving it riddled with bullets. Witnesses told detectives Glock 9 was trying to eliminate the competition. The very next day, Reese would retaliate back, going with 5 other 438 members to Glock's aunt's house, where he was sleeping at, and they left her house riddled in bullets as well. This particular feud was crazy, as the police counted 5 different attempts where Glock...
Bro, they don't care. They don't care who is...
They don't care.
I ain't gonna lie, this crazy. This is a crazy story.
9 tried to take Reese's life in a matter of months, including a time where Reese was filming a music video in his purple Hellcat and was being followed by AF&F members who pulled up next to him in traffic and started shooting. Reese shot back and managed to escape, but then crashed into an oncoming vehicle and had to abandon the purple Hellcat with busted up legs. With all this death and violence happening in the city, Orlando finally hit up the Metropolitan Bureau of Investigations for help. They needed 18 different agencies to collaborate, and the tipping point, of course, was the infamous shootout at the Millennium Mall. If you want the city to act, do something where their money is at risk, in a public space with loads of businesses and wealthy people. On October 8th of last year, Orlando's luxury mall of Millennia was a scene of chaos as OPD officers responded to a shooting that broke out in the parking lot. It was 3 against 4, Glock 9 and 3 others versus 3 438 members. On surveillance video, you see the 438 guys leaving the mall, getting into a white BMW, and then rolling the car slowly.
I mean, my thing is, bro, do you not realize that there's cameras around, or you just don't care that much?
I don't care.
Bro.
Or they either try like something.
This is more than a war. Oh, you squirting water everywhere.
Positioned behind the car doors, firing at Glock 9 and his people, who were taking cover behind their own car, with bystanders running everywhere as security rushed to evacuate the mall. And despite a hail of gunfire, nobody actually got hit. But now, the feds were getting more search warrants and surveillance than ever before, confiscating cell phones left and right, where they found people's internet history, how to turn semi-automatic guns into fully automatic guns easily, numerous Google searches on phones, looking up specific shootings that happened in the Central Florida area. Meanwhile, the police were meeting with confidential informants who knew all about the 438 gang, their members, their inner workings, everything. The informants told them of $60,000 hits being placed on people's heads and recommended the police act swiftly because more people were gonna die. And the rest, well, the rest of the story you know now. 34 people from 2 rival crews brought down in Operation X. And before I let you go, people always ask me what beats are in the video. I've listed the fantastic producers in order in the description below.
Bro. 60,000 on people's heads.
Crazy.
Bro.
I mean, you gotta get
game like that serious, I see. Yeah, I guess, man. I don't even know what to say, man. This leaves me in shock.
Yeah, this was next level. Pretty next
Man,
level.
y'all let us know some stuff in the comment section that y'all know. But other than that, man, y'all already know what to do, man. Please.
Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, subscribe to all 3 channels, all 3 channels, all 3 channels.
Follow me and Shawty both on Instagram, brother, man. We out of here.